It's really interesting after, studying Standard Oil in the past. I definitely learned some new things this time around after listening to the Acquired podcast. They did a really good breakdown of Standard Oil, of John D. Rockefeller, how he built the company. It was cool to do an analysis of a company that no longer exists today, but in many ways still does. Meaning, all these oil companies that we see now are basically offshoots of Standard Oil. Sinclair, Chevron, ExxonMobil. Pretty much the only one, I think I said this in the presentation, is Shell, is the only one that didn't come from Standard Oil. So it's remarkable, like that their footprint is still around today, even though we don't see the name itself. And I believe there is a old Standard Oil gas station in San Francisco, which I would like to see while I'm out here. But why I like the story of Standard Oil is because it really is the beginning of American capitalism as we know it today. There were so many reasons why John D. Rockefeller was able to do what he did, and it's because he was a visionary. And his influence on society today, like all the great entrepreneurs we have now, Jeff Bezos, and Larry Ellison and Steve Jobs. I mean, all these guys basically looked at Rockefeller as a model for how to dominate an industry, and basically capitalism and monopoly are very closely intertwined. Like anyone who wants to be a great entrepreneur is going to try and take as much market share as they can. And Rockefeller was a pioneer in expansion, in vertical integration. I explained in my presentation. He was the first one to really do that. It was also very interesting looking into Standard Oil and their philanthropic efforts, and their push to become more green, because obviously the oil boom caused a lot of what we have today to be able to happen. The Industrial Revolution, all the goods that we use today are an offshoot of the Industrial Revolution. But at the same time, it's obviously polluted our planet, and so now the Rockefeller family, their foundations, are pushing more in a green energy direction. And they've definitely inspired a lot of people today with their philanthropic efforts. Rockefeller really is the first person who took philanthropy very seriously, along with other people in his time like Andrew Carnegie, but he was really the one who went hard on it. He was the richest man in America, gave away hundreds of millions of dollars at the time, which is even more money today. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed making the presentation. I always, this story never gets old for me. Standard Oil and Rockefeller. It's a remarkable piece of history in American capitalism. And yeah, I really enjoyed making it. And thank you.